Hey, welcome back to the channel. See if we fix the wash. You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag. Here we are. You can hear it running. You can see it spraying. Pump is running. Wasn't the wire though. Even though the wire was out, that was part of my issue. Really, it was bad. So it's filling water right now, and it's also pumping acid. You can see that pumping along. And then you got your chemical jugs here. So how this works, milk truck shows up, comes in, hits milk truck arrive button. That tells the robots to finish milking the last cow. Once that's done, it pumps, the milk gets pumped over, the lines get air purged. The agitator agitates for 10 minutes to get a good sample as far as consistency. Because we get paid based on 100 pounds of milk that they pick up and components that are in it, so butter, fat, and protein. And getting paid on butter, fat is pretty nice. Right now we're running, I gotta pull my phone back out and see. We are running a 434, 435 butter fat and a protein of a 3.2. So percentage of that. So 434 is pretty good. We're proud of that. So he takes a sample, puts it in. That goes to the lab. That gives us a schematic cell. Gives us everything. So every milk truck pickup, I get this list. So schematic cell right now, 160,000. Raw count 2,000. It gives you months, 12/6 months. Gives you a whole list of things, and that's almost every pickup. We get a big list of things. Some pickups are just schematic cell. So he takes a sample, puts it in the truck. When he unloads, that sample goes to the lab. But from here, he waits his 10 minutes, presses open, hooks up the sight glass, knows how much is in there. So we got a sheet that's written down over here. So right now we shipped 17.5. We're down a little bit right now compared to usual. We'll get up in that 19,000 every other day, 20,000. So he hooks up the sight glass, finishes up, hooks his line up to this end, out to the truck. Then he pumps it out. When he gets done, throws this cap on, throws the wash cap on. That's all safety, so that comes off when it's not washing. Presses wash. It runs through the cycle. Second he presses wash here, the robots go into a wash. This takes longer to wash than the robots just because of the water setup on it. That is the plan for the future. When we're really crunched for time, we can fill tanks faster if we don't run through those small valves. So we do have 4,000 gallon bulk tanks that fill, that wash in 30, 35 minutes, almost 40. The one that we're starting up this week, actually, they wash faster than the robots wash, but they got town water really quick. So robot washes, takes about 30 minutes. This finishes washing. The robot will milk one cow and hold the milk and wait until this is happy. So it's finishing up right now. When this is done, it has a drain down time. And then the second that happens, it pumps milk over. This goes into flow control cooling, which means it knows how much milk is actually pumped in. And it cools based on that, so you don't freeze the milk. When you start freezing milk, you start running into component issues because you're freezing everything. And it's not good to get good quality milk if you're freezing the tank. In a normal system, you're milking 10, 20 cows at a time and it all goes into the tank. You turn the cooler on, after you get a little bit here. If we milked one cow and we milked another and we never turned it on quality just wouldn't be there. So that's what flow control. Somebody did ask why we don't have a buffer tank. As far as filling it when it's washing, it's the timing. We really don't need it. When we go to larger, we have a 6-unit barn that has it's basically a collection tank during that time. We use it to hold the milk while the bulk tank washes. It's another thing to clean, it's another cost. Like I said, we can wash these tanks fast enough that it really doesn't make a difference. Our wash time's set up so we wash 2 times a day. When the milk truck picks up, our wash is close enough that it skips that wash later on because it already washed the robots. So almost done here, and as you see, the robot's waiting. I don't know if you can see, there might be a lot of glare. Damn, that window's dirty. I really don't know enough about electricity. It's the one thing I really don't enjoy doing. So I put the relay in, which I thought was the right one. And it washed, but the pump wouldn't shut off. But I put a 240 volt instead of a 24 volt DC in. So that's why it wouldn't shut off. And I got a 24 volt AC one. So I'll grab one from my coworker, throw it in, and then on Tuesday, it should run completely by itself. But yeah, I know. Yeah, I just don't like electricity. But it's agitating. Flow control cooling's on. When it comes out of flow control, it's gonna go to solid. Robots are milking cows. Agitator just shut off. So it's all timed. All of this does its own thing. Usually nobody's here when the milk truck picks up. Nobody has to be here. They just do their own thing. They look good. I got a jet on home. We got startup this week for 4 robots, so I got a lot of FDA stuff. I'm gonna jet on home, then I'm gonna come back. Got some alley scraper parts to weld the rods, so that's the plan. We'll jump to that, I guess. I'm in the shop. I got some fabrication work to do. I figured I'd take you guys along for that. So this is a piston for the alley scraper. If you haven't done so, go back, watch the videos on the alley scraper, what I do. So over time they wear out, they're in a bad environment, and then they leak out the front. What we're running for fluid in it, what it takes is automatic transmission fluid. So what I got to do is cut this end off. Let me flip this around so you get an idea. I got to make this piston the same as that, and I got 2 more over there. Truck motor, still at machine shop. Yanko hanging out on top of boxes, on top of, somebody threw his bed up on top of the boxes, and I guess he's comfortable there. I threw this away for a reason. So I am actually cleaning in here halfway. I know everybody says messy shop, but I can find almost everything I need in here. I had a pile of filters over there that I got this summer. I sorted out what I needed. The rest are leaving, so that bay is actually going to be clean. Yeah, this is a lot of fun, by the way. I'm sure somebody's going to tell me how to do this better. Oh, put my hat on so I don't look like a train wreck. Oh, yeah, paint, hydraulic paint and hydraulic oil, because these have some hydraulic oil. Got one end cut off. You got to cut the whole end off. I'm going to clean that up after. The key to this is not ruining the seals at the ends, so you got to be really careful. So I got them extended out, or the internal seals. Let's give this a whirl. Note to self, cutting wheel works, or chop saw works better, just takes longer. Probably win-win at that rate. So got it chopped off there, which looks really good actually. Just have to grind that one down. That one I probably got more off in a better boat, but got to do some more grinding, plus it got hot. So we'll chop the end off, and go from there. There we go. That's off. We're gonna have to clean that up. Almost. Yeah, one cut. Gotta cut this other one. I'm not killed any of this stuff. So we're doing this because if you watch previous videos about the alley scraper, I told you you cannot get parts for it because it got bought out. But we got pistons, we know how to weld, we know where to get hydraulic places. Finding stuff for the drive motor itself was a little challenging. We found it in Italy. But yeah, these pistons are just normal pistons that we cut and make into what we need. So that's why I have so much fun doing this. Yeah. Chop saw works better. I know there's going to be people telling me what to do that was better than that, but yeah, chop saw works better. So got the ends cleaned up. That's the one that I plasma cutted the ends off. It's the chop saw. Probably took longer, all said and done, but it was easier. Just got to clean those ends and notch them, cut that bar, weld everything. So how it works is you got a bar on the end with the 2 bolts right here. What are you doing? 2 bolts that bolt to the rail. So you notch into that piston a little bit. Put that on. Then you take a bolt and cut it off. I guess they didn't get me. Lock bolts. Cut it off and weld it to the other end. So it's easy as that. Yeah, it is steamy in here. It's smoky. Needs some ventilation. It's too cold to open the doors though. Flip this around to the other end. So, if you guys haven't noticed, the video of me welding was from the other night. The motor was still wrapped up in the shop, but I figured I'd throw it in, give you guys some more to watch. So I got the piston in. The other night I was losing motivation, and I was gonna film welding the second one, but got the piston in. So this is a new one. It's not leaking. Everything's good. Hooked back up. The problem I had the other night was I throw this on and I went to turn it on, and since it was leaking, it was low. I said, okay, I'll fill it up. Little did I know that it's been losing prime, so I filled it up and then it wouldn't run again. So all the wall, that's all covered right here, and everything's kind of a little bit of a mess. Big mess. Gotta clean that up. You had to loosen a line, run it, let it start building pressure, then tighten it. So it made a mess. I was absolutely covered in automatic transmission fluid, and I wasn't grabbing for my camera to show you guys that, even though I probably should have. You guys would have enjoyed that. So this one's back in, running good. I got a spare one to do on the other ones, or to have for the next time they leak, since this is a rough environment. See, it's just manure. That's what it's sitting in, but runs that scraper. And if you don't know what these do, go back and watch the scraper repair video. I don't know, like 5-6 videos ago. It's how the barn gets cleaned. So with that being said, we just rolled over 20,000 subscribers. Absolutely pumped. It's all because of you guys sharing, watching along, keeping me motivated. So really excited. I set the goal of last month to hit 20,000 by the end of the year. We hit 20,000 on, what's today, the 3rd? the 3rd. So today's Sunday, so appreciate it for you guys. I'm excited for everything I got planned. So keep sharing it up, keep liking, keep commenting. Really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. This week might be a little slow. We got a startup video, or startup, robot startup. But if you want to see what the barn is, slide on over. Mass Dairyman, Adam Goodwin. He's the manager at the facility. So 4 robots. I'm busy. It's not really my place to film somebody else's stuff. We'll probably do a video of going through the barn once it starts up, just to give you guys an idea. But appreciate that. But I'll get some more content out. I'm excited. I got a buddy got a surprise, and it's gonna be cool for what comes up. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Appreciate it. 20,000, all because of you guys. Have a good one.